to you today about something. So many times we're talking about big products. We're talking strollers and car seats and how to create your whole registry and just big things. But I often say that actually having the right small things in your house once you bring baby home can make such a big difference. And so today I want to talk about one of those products that I have found. We tested and played around with it a little bit and I'm absolutely in love with, and that is the MAM Perfect Pacifier. Did you guys have a nickname for your pacifiers if you use them, or maybe when you were little? We in our house, we call them Passies. We're Passy people. There's Binky, Passy, Soothie, Nubby, Dummy. I had an Australian friend who the first couple times she called it a dummy. I kind of looked at her sideways until I realized that that's what it's called in a lot of places. But the MAM Perfect Pacifier is one of those small things that can make a really big difference. And I want to just start by saying, I know pacifier use is actually one of those things that can kind of be an emotional, heated topic, which is such a funny thing, that people have like strong feelings about it. So I want to just, you know, I'm not a fear mongerer. I'm all about safety, but I hate when people get too crazy. So I'm just gonna like give you guys some information just to make sure you know about pacifiers, because I just always want you guys to have info so you can make your own decisions and don't listen to people that are too crazy about these things. But the American Academy of Pediatrics does actually recommend that parents consider. So this isn't like a you have to do it. This is they want parents to consider using a passy or pacifier once baby hits 1 month, at the point where baby's going to sleep, to help reduce the risk of SIDS. Now, I am not saying a pacifier keeps a baby from SIDS, but the American Academy of Pediatrics does say, based on their research, that parents should consider using a pacifier starting at 1 month, at the time baby's going to sleep, to help reduce the risk of SIDS. And so, because I'm all about safety, I want you guys to know that. I want you guys to know that pacifiers are safe, and they really can, you know, be a safety feature really for sleep. So, why do I love this specific pacifier? Number one, I love MAM as a brand. When they're developing products, they're truly developing products side by side and along with medical experts. They actually won't release any product into the market until it's got like a stamp of approval from medical experts. They work with dentists, they work with people across the medical field to make sure that their products are not just safe, but really beneficial from a health and medical standpoint. So I love that. I love that that's where their products are coming from. I love that they're working with those people to develop these products. And this is one that was really built that way. So this pacifier, the Perfect Pacifier, has a couple things that are signature to MAM and are why MAM are great. But this new pacifier has something that's really great. So excuse my big hand as I come toward. But what I want you to see is, do you see this pacifier right here? This part right here? You might notice that it looks thinner. And as a matter of fact, it's actually 60% thinner than a standard pacifier. And the other thing is, look at this. It's 4 times more flexible than the average pacifier. The reason that's important is a lot of pacifier use can actually cause jaw issues and misalignment. And that's really because baby is soothing with it. They're sucking on it hard, and it's going to be pressing up against where their teeth are coming in. And so the pressing of that more silicone and having to do it harder can have a risk for misalignment when their teeth are forming. But the MAM Perfect Pacifier, because it's so flexible and there's less material there, it can actually help reduce the risk of misalignment in baby's teeth. So that's the number one great reason for this pacifier. It's got this ultra thin neck, and it just leaves more room for their teeth to grow, so you're not going to get that misalignment. And they're not having to work as hard to get the soothing that they need. The other thing is I love, and this comes with some other MAM pacifiers, but this is worth mentioning, is these MAM pacifiers come with a sterilizer box. Now, you guys have all probably seen, or maybe you even use the sterilizer bags, which are awesome. You can put breast pump parts and pacifiers in them, but then you take them out of the bag, and they're clean, but they're actually not still technically sterilized once you've taken them out. With these, the reason I love them is you just put a little bit of water. There's a marker on the box. You put a little bit of water, you put it in the microwave for 3 minutes. There's instructions right inside the box. And then, as long as you keep it in this box, you can throw it in your diaper bag and be on the go. And it is sterilized and it's fine for 48 hours. So I love that. I'm kind of a germ freak. And if you are too, you're gonna love the sterilizer box. So it will keep it that way for 48 hours. So that isn't just with the MAM Perfect pacifier. They actually have, you can see in the double pack, it fits 2 pacifiers. They have that in other pacifiers, but it's just something else that goes with the Perfect pacifier. So I love that. The MAM Perfect pacifier comes in 2 sizes, 0 to 6 months and 6 months plus. It's the same pacifier, it's just a sized bigger for babies' growing mouth. But what they also have, now this is what I really love. This is what can make, if you're tired today, because you were up last night in the middle of the night, on your hands and knees finding a pacifier, you're going to love this. So I want you to see, there are 2 different boxes. So there are, this is the 0 to 6 months. This is also 0 to 6 months. What you see the difference is this is the Perfect collection. This is the Perfect Night collection, because this one glows in the dark. So the little knob that's on the end of the pacifier, this knob right here, which is actually great to hold on and get it back into baby's mouth, will glow in the dark. So when you are up in the middle of the night looking for baby's pacifier, or they're older and they can, you know, reach around and find their pacifier, it glows in the dark. So in the middle of the night, you can see the thing. I remember when my older one was using pacifiers, we had like a very classic crib, and you know, it has like kind of the edge on the top. I started calling it our Paci shelf, because at night I would line it with pacifiers in hopes that in the middle of the night I could walk in and there would still be one sitting up there for me to give him. But I still had to turn on the light. But with this, you don't have to turn on the light. You can walk in and you can just find the thing glowing and give it back to baby, and everybody goes back to sleep. I love that feature for new, tired parents. The other reason that I like MAM in general for their pacifiers is because they also think about skin irritation. That can be a problem. Babies who really love their Paci and kind of like suck on it hard at night and have sensitive skin can get irritated around their mouth. So the MAM Perfect pacifier, along with other MAM pacifiers, has a curved shield. So can you see that? See how this right here is curved in like this? So it will really line with baby's face. But then you see these are referred to as air holes. And really what it does is it allows the airs to go in so that baby's skin isn't irritated. So there are so many, it really kind of is like, you get a product, you're like, why is it named Perfect Pacifier? This is the MAM Perfect Pacifier. That's the name of it. And I will put a link. These are available right now exclusively at Babies R Us. So when we end in just a minute here, I will put a link down below to where you can get these. You can get them online or in store at Babies R Us. And this is the blue, but they make, there's general neutral. If you don't know what you're having yet, there's green ones, there's pink and purple ones. They have really cute designs, actually. So at first when I got it, you know, you get a product, you're like, it's called Perfect. And, you know, I'm always a skeptic until I try it. But it just has, like, all the things you look for in a Paci. It supports healthy jaw and tooth development, which I love. It reduces the risk of misalignment. It's got the little nub that's easy to use. It's got the sterilizer case. It's got the curved shield. It's got the airflow. And it glows in the dark. It really is like the perfect pacifier.